Hey guys, so Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Masters of the Universe Origins Turtles of Greyskull Target exclusive OG Splinter Skull. This of course brought to us by the fine folks over at Mattel, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain. Click the link in the description below and give him a follow on the old Instagram. Let him know the Lord sent you, but as always, don't be a jerk or I'll splint a skull in your ass. Because that's the mood I'm in for this review. Because my Splinter Skull here, my poor Splinter Skull here, actually has quality control issues. Unlike some nincompoops on YouTube who legitimately break their figures during the video, then claim they have QC issues. You fucking monkey. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves with the rants and raves, when we cut right to the chase and get into meat and taters of this review and take a look, see it all Splinter Skull has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with a very nice piece of cardboard. Yeah, whatever, who cares about that? As well as one alternate hand, which he doesn't even really need, because he does come with this staff here, which does break apart. So you can have the cane and the sword as two separate pieces. If I do this, I guess it is kind of loose, but the thumb kind of keeps it in there. So, you know, it's not like he needed that extra hand, but I guess it's nice that he has it. But there's the cane, there's the sword, pop them apart and whatnot. Cool beans. Then he also has his cape. Very nice cape, very hard plastic cape, or not hard plastic, but it's a soft plastic cape, so it won't get in your way. You could use this for a King Greyskull custom if you wanted to do that. I think the one that came with Eternia had a soft goods cape, but either way, it just kind of fits around his shoulders. I'll put that on in a minute here, but looking at Splinter Skull, you'll notice his arm is very floppy, and he can do a Rattler impression. Listen closely. So yeah, a piece of the shoulder socket here clearly busted off inside of my figure, and now he rattles, and his shoulder is also loose. I tried to use water to get that loose piece out, but kind of knew it didn't get out. It just got kind of stuck. So that fucking sucks. So hopefully I can get that fixed. If not, well then that's a kick right in the crotch. I do say so myself. That said, I will tell you, I do not normally cut the ties around the arms and the legs when it comes to opening up Origins figures. I have a method of pulling them out that doesn't damage them. And rest assured, I pull these figures out of the package harder than I pull on my own dick. And I've never broken one before. So I think this guy is legitimately a quality control issue. And it's not my fault. I'm not taking responsibility for that shit. So if you don't like it, I said what I said, and I kiss my ass. I know I fucked that up, but I don't care. I'm mad. I'll fuck up whatever I want. So as far as articulation goes, though, his head will rotate, look up and down. Wish his jaw moved. Would have been nice if it did. But there's not a lot of clearance there. He's got the freaking braids. That's hilarious. Shoulders will go out, back down, rotate all around. No, around enough. He does have single elbow with rotation. He's got a swivel in the wrist with a hinge. Look, he's not doing the stupid thumbs up thing, so you can actually hold his accessories. That's a fucking phenomenon, isn't it? Phenomenon. He does have a waist twist. He's got a tail popped into his ass, which you can hinge up and down and rotate however you want. He does have T-jointed hips that'll kick out, kick forward and back. He's got a swivel in the knee as well as a hinge. Very tight knee hinges, by the way. And he's got a swivel in the boot. The boots were also backwards in the package, so I don't know what's going on there. But he does also have a rocker with a hinge in the foot and new feet also. know if I mentioned this, but he is using the Beastman body. And if I'm not careful, yeah, see, this arm literally takes no effort to pop off. Or in. So, that sucks. I need to get that fixed. And, yeah, that is a bummer, man. That kind of kills the buzz for this figure. Because it's so well done. Like, they gave a shit when they did Splinter of all characters. As opposed to the Turtles, the things that would probably sell the best out of this line. If they didn't look like douchebags from the Californians. Michelangelo, I'm looking at you. But there he is with his cape. Looking all King Greyskull, Splinter Scully. Also, should be worth noting, he does have his robe on and it's sleeveless, like the 2003 figure. So that's pretty cool. But with that being said, my disappointment aside, I do like this figure. But I am going to have to fix that arm socket somehow, or get a replacement. Probably get a replacement. So with that being said, it's time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Splinter Skull alongside the closest Turtles of Greyskull figures I had. We have Douchebag Mikey, again looking like one of the fucking Californians, and Casey Jones, the character who is just a guy with a bunch of shit thrown on him, but everyone loves him anyways. That said, if he was in any other franchise, people would be shitting all over this character. Speaking of stabs that connect and come apart and stuff, though, Casey Jones did have this hockey stick and a battle axe here. It had a peg on it, and you can actually combine these two things and do that. Looks kind of stupid, but it gives the axe a little bit more purpose than, oh, they just threw it in the box. So, there you go. Some food for thought for your ass there. Getting these two out of the way. Have our two regulars now. Mythic Legion's Brother Mandiboleth. Right there. Which, you know, I wish Origins took the Mythic Legion's approach to the torso instead of, you know, a hard plastic torso that's like multiple parts. How about just a solid PVC chunk that's like one piece? And that way, if the arm's loose, it's just because of warpage or whatever, and you can put some Kikis or Elmer's glue in there and fix it right up yourself. I mean, is that too much to ask? That said, we also have the infamous Elephant Spawn, who also has a tattered red cape, and also happens to tower over everyone because he is not a 5.5-inch figure. So, with that being said, it is time now to wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the fact that my poor Splinter Skull has a bit of a jacked up arm socket there, fingers crossed I can get that fixed, I think this is probably one of the standouts from this whole Turtles of Greyskull fiasco we've had to suffer through the better part of the calendar year 2024, for those of you watching this in the future. Yeah, it just feels like somebody gave a shit when they designed this figure over at Mattel, and it definitely shows. Maybe not so much as far as quality control goes, but as far as aesthetic, sculpt, and overall detail, not to be redundant, put into the figure. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, catch you guys later.